The following review may contain spoilers. My Spy is an Amazon Prime release starring Dave Bautista. The director is Peter Siegel, who unfortunately has all splats on his Rotten Tomatoes filmography. But I think he has two comedy classics under his belt, the Chris Farley vehicle Tommy Boy and Adam Sandler's 50 First Dates. And the comedy in this film does work legitimately in a few scenes, and they're Sandler-esque a little bit. There's a scene where Dave Bautista has to save a dying bird, and he picks up the bird to put it in a safer spot, and immediately a much larger bird swoops it up and eats it. And I felt like that little joke could have been inserted into any one of Adam Sandler's movies. There's also a clever bit where Dave Bautista has to teach the little girl in the film, Chloe Coleman, how to walk away from an explosion action hero style without looking back at it. But she can't resist, and he has to slowly turn her head back facing forward. The image of this, or a variation of it, should have been used for the movie poster. Also, the aforementioned child actor Chloe Coleman is very good, adorable, precocious, and funny. Let's hope we see more of her in the future. Okay, you know it's a family comedy, so you kind of go in with low expectations, but this movie even fails to meet those low set of expectations. It's not a terrible movie, it does have its laughs, but it has a lot of problems. First off, it's more predictable than you thought it would be. I mean, you can predict almost every scene, every outcome of every story element of this movie. You know he's gonna get fired, you know he's gonna get his job back at the end after he gets the bad guy and be considered a hero. You know the comedy sidekick is gonna do something brave, you know he's gonna eventually date the mom. You know when they go to the ice rink he's gonna fall on his ass. Basically every single part of this movie is predictable. Another minor negative thing about the film, and it really pains me to say this because he's so hilarious as Drax in the Marvel movies, Dave Bautista actually has you yearning for the acting talents of Dwayne Johnson. He makes Dwayne Johnson look like Sir Laurence Olivier here. My Spy is clearly a Dwayne Johnson-esque family comedy. It looks like Dave Bautista and his team are trying to catapult him into like a leading man status similar to Mr. Johnson. But Dave Bautista just does not deliver here, not on the same level as Dwayne Johnson does. Both his on-screen presence and his acting skills just have you yearning for a bit more. But we don't have to worry about Dave Bautista's career, as in the future he has 3 giant projects coming up. Denis Villeneuve's version of Dune, he's got a zombie movie with Zack Snyder called Army of the Dead, and of course the 3rd film in the Guardians of the Galaxy franchise. My final rating for My Spy is 2.5 stars. As of the making of this video, the Rotten Tomatoes percent for My Spy is 49%, which means the critics are just about right. I feel like this is just a minor blip in Dave Bautista's career. He will certainly pick it back up again with his future projects, and let's hope he diverts away from the Dwayne Johnson playbook and just decides to carve his own acting career path.